Hey, hey. Oh man, that was a long football game. I thought it was never gonna end. What's up, Red Dragon? Hey, Merrick. Hey, Stop Animal Cruelty. Hey, Samara. Hey, Merrick. I think I said hey. Hey, Letha. Hey, Irene. Oh, it's hot. I'm glad to be nice in my nice air-conditioned house. I'm not too familiar with striking channels, but I'm thinking of striking Kiki now. Oh, she brought you up? It's really easy. You just gotta follow. Hey, Huckleberry, you just gotta follow. I'll show you later. I don't know what's going on, but. Alright. So there's a new rule. Let it be known. Like, what Capone just said is fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. And you'll understand what I'm saying after I say it. So if someone comes in with something like that, I don't care. I've already told some of the mods. I haven't gotten a hold of everyone yet because I literally just got home. But Galway Girl, Puss in Boots, Letha, I actually forgot to do a meeting before I said this. But just so you guys know, I don't care if you're a mod, I don't care if you're a Patreon, I don't care if you're my best friend, my mother. Anyone that comes in here and says this one's live is going to be deleted. Anyone that comes in and says this one said this, going to be deleted. There's certain things that I will put up with, like Capone saying I'm going to strike her channel because she did this. She claimed to go real life on me, something like that. Absolutely, I don't mind. But Brian said this one said that, I don't want to know. I don't care. And I can't stress it enough. I literally do not care. For Patreons, that's why we have Facebook. That's why we have Discord to put all that stuff in there. I do not want it on my live. If it's something important, then tell me I'm live. If it's something important, like, your ex is on the phone or something like that, yeah, come in and tell me. If it's, which they're not, but if it's something like major, let me know. But if it's not major and it's just bullshit, I honestly and truly do not care. Put it in Facebook. Just tell me, hey, check out Facebook. And then I can address it if I want to address it. But I've said this a bunch of times and I mean this. Anybody that comes in here and says so-and-so is live is going to be deleted. So I just want to put that out there for everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. My own mother. It's for everybody. So there's a reason I'm doing that, though. Hey, Capone. Hey, Huckleberry. Hey, Ben. Yes, Ben, I didn't listen to you. The other thing I want to say, there's a couple of things I got to say. One of them is, when I tell you I truly do not care what these people are coming up with, I truly do not. To me, it is laughable. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, that I have not told people. If my friends, quote unquote friends, ex-friends, want to speak private conversations that them and I had, that's on them. And it just makes them look like the biggest hypocrites. And it makes Diane another hypocrite again because, they pick and choose what's allowed from certain people. They just went on this rant about not Randy. Just went on this rant about Mandy, saying how Mandy shared private convos, and that's not acceptable, and that's not okay. And who would share private convos? But that's all these people are doing. So let them eat themselves off. I don't care. They can eat each other's faces all day. I don't care. I don't care what they have to say. I don't care what they're going to burn me on. I don't care what they think that they've got on me. I literally do not care. If they want to go ahead and, if Clary and Potty Mouth and all them want to leak private conversations, private text messages or anything like that, be my fucking guest. I don't care. If that's how they get off, then that's how they get off, and they could play their own game. Doesn't matter to me. Truly do not care. And I'm not saying that as a lighthearted. I truly fucking mean that. Thanks for the notification, YouTube. I put it in Discord. So that's the first thing. As far as, all right, so what I've learned over the last hour kind of changes things in a different perspective. Because from what I've learned over the last hour, they took all the fun of ever trying to fight back. A lot of them are on medication for bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, antipsychotic drugs. I'm not fucking with people with mental illness. Sorry, not going to happen. And some of them probably need mental disorder, antipsychotic drugs. I'm not fucking with that. I don't fuck with people with mental illness. Now, some of them I don't know, but one of them admitted it in a live. She lied about why she had it because doctors don't prescribe it for that. But yeah, I'm not fucking with it. So pretty much most of my hit list has mental illness, and I'm not touching it. So the other half that may not have mental illness probably needs antipsychotic drugs and are just not right in the head. So I'm not fucking with them either. So you will hear me quiet. I really don't care what they say. I really don't care what they do. I really don't care how far they want to take it. I will be that responsible adult that when I'm not playing a fair fight, I'm not going to play it. That's just me. So that's why it's so, hey, Anna, I have to get you the Discord link. That's why it's so important for me to let you guys know openly. I don't know Randy. I don't know Diane. I don't know their story, but the people in this community that come at me the hardest are all on some kind of antipsychotic drug. And I'm just not fucking with it. So, with that said, to the ones that are claiming they don't have antipsychotics or that I don't know about, ban check, you're not banned. The ones that I don't know about, I also want to say there's something that people are forgetting. Thank you, it's really good. I agree, happy. That's why I'm staying away from it. Depression is only considered mental illness if you are on antipsychotics for like bipolar. A drug like Seroquel is not given for sleep. A drug like Seroquel is given for bipolar disorder and more serious mental illness. So I'm not fucking with those people. Sorry. Now, you'll never see me fuck with someone like that. Just like I won't fuck with a narcissist. Hell no. I'm not scared, but I learned a long time ago you don't fuck with narcissists. You'll never win. Ever, ever, ever. They will fight you all the way. And they will not stop until they win. And nope, sometimes you learn to lay down your sword and not fuck with it. Brian is one of those narcissists that I will not fuck with. I'm bipolar narcissist. Sweet. Bipolar narcissist, that's kind of scary. You're a rough dude. Well, get psychotic without sleep. Ben, exactly my point. You're not exactly normal. I'm on a drug and it's so my dad for sleep and anxiety, and my dad helps with okay. Your dad has it for Parkinson's and anxiety. That's my point. I am not going to mention names, but I noticed there were some more problems. Oh yeah, there's a little bunch of Tawanda. I'm going to answer that too. I'm going to get to that too, Tawanda. I'm getting all of it out. I just had some beef jerky, Tawanda. I hid it from the kids, by the way, so they can't eat it without asking me. Parkinson's is horrible. My dad, when he died, had Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. All right, so moving on. So I just want to say, I'm going to get to Susan. Have no fear. I'm getting to Susan, to Tawanda, all of them. Hey, beautiful soul. So I learned a long time ago, you don't fuck with a narcissist. Don't even try to beat a narcissist because you're not going to win. The best thing to do with a narcissist is laugh at them and ignore them. That is the best way to do it. It's just ignore them. And I'm doing this on a live because I know a lot of people were listening to Brian, and I swear on my children, I did not listen to one word of it because I really don't give a shit what he's got to say. And trust me when I tell you, you just have to ignore him. That is the best way to handle a narcissist, especially someone like Brian. You just have to ignore him and he will go away. He'll get fueled. Hey, Mrs. Beasley, he'll get fueled. But I'm telling you, you have to trust me on this. Just ignore. Brian's going to get worse and worse the more you ignore him. No matter who's responsible for causing the problems and pain, everyone in the immediate vicinity suffer. And that's why I will not address it. This is going to be, thank you, Lord knows, this is going to be the one time I address this and the last time I address it. The same way, I'll put it to you like this, the same way that I beg people not to fuck with Ben, because Ben is a little off. No offense, Ben. But he is a little off. And you don't trigger him. Just don't trigger him and he's fine. I'm not triggering these people. If they choose to go to my channel and get triggered, that's on them. I got nothing to do with that. But I will not engage in the bullshit that they're coming out with. I will not engage in any of it. It's just no point. Because I'll never win. It'll just be a fight back and forth. I called my son, who was clean and sober and free today, and it calmed me down. Awesome, Truth. But now, what they're doing... Well, let me finish with me, and then I'll move on. So the one part about a lot of this that people are forgetting, when Randy makes a comment about calling my exes, or Brian makes a comment about calling my exes, that's my kids' fathers. So maybe you're forgetting that you're calling my baby's dads. One of them is my legal husband. So they both are going to hang up on you anyway, but before you do that, why don't you think of somebody else other than your own stupidity? And the most laughable comment I heard was somebody writing, and this was on a text, that my ex has contacted Randy, which is the dumbest thing I ever heard. Whoever's running with that narrative and believes it is a fucking idiot. One of them, my own son can't even get a hold of. So if you think Randy's going to get a hold of them or Brian, yeah, okay. Point being, this is my baby's dads. Do not contact them. Do not contact my family. Do not contact my kids' fathers. Because these are from the same people that they don't go real life. Brian, you want to call my mom? Call my mom. Have fun. Have a great conversation with my mom. Call my brother? Probably a big mistake. What?
Sorry, just laughed at that. They should call Uncle Bobby.
Yeah. Call Uncle Bobby.
I dare you. No, two things. One, are we going to the Y today?
Maybe.
Two, can I go to Jade's today?
No, I'm not driving over.
Please.
No, goodbye. No.
Please.
No, goodbye.
Please.
Goodbye, I'm on a live. Go. No, go.
I beg of you.
Go.
Do you love me?
No, go.
No.
Nope. Greg, I haven't. Oh, Tawanda. Okay, I know, silly teen, I tell you. So, I just want to say that let him call my mom. Let him call Howard, my mom's boyfriend. Just so you know, they are in Europe and Italy traveling for the next month. But, you're free to call when she gets back. I wouldn't advise calling my brother. That would be a really fucking dumb move. I wouldn't advise calling my kids' dads. And I certainly wouldn't advise calling my legal husband. So if you're going to call my exes, I don't know if that's such a great idea. And if you're going to contact Angelo, that's probably a dumb idea too, because he's just going to hang up on you. So just let that be known. But I really thought it was funny that people claim I don't go real life. Didn't Diane say she don't go real life? This one said they don't go real life. But yet they're going to contact my kids' dads. That's kind of fucked up. So I just want to put that out there, that people may not realize that they would be contacting my kids' fathers. And I mean, if we're contacting husbands and baby daddies, I mean, have him call Europe and he'll have to pay toll charges. Yeah, you can call my mom now. You want her cell phone number? I will, Greg. So I haven't checked my email. So I just want to let you guys know that. Before you start going real life, really think about what you're doing. My kids' dads don't need to get involved in your bullshit. Because when you sit back and think about it, the only thing I did was tell the truth. The only thing I did was show that you're a fucking hypocrite. And if you can't handle that, well, then you fall into the narcissist syndrome. And if you're a narcissist, I ain't fucking with you anyway. So it's sick what they're doing to you. Susan was next. I just had to put that out there. So Susan and Tawanda, I'll separate them. I'm going to start with Susan. So another one who I don't know if she's on medicines, but I know she needs to be on medicines, probably stronger than antipsychotic medicines, happened to say, and I think it was her chat or Red Sharpie's chat, I don't remember which one, but said that Susan Livingston emailed her and told her some Rhonda was her, something like that. And can anyone get me that screenshot? Actually, I just sent it to Susan, so I'll be able to pull it up. Because I don't want anyone to say that I'm lying or anything. So, hold on. Thank you, Miss Beasley. Right here. Okay. Let me cut it so I don't have anyone else in it. Hang on. Okay. So Kiki wrote this yesterday. Nothing could be further from the truth. Susan has never done anything to anybody. I tried to screenshot it, but I was on some pain meds and wasn't fat. It's okay. Believe me, I get everything. I see everything. Why? Oh, now, I guarantee she's going to say, I don't know who Susan Livingston is. I wrote Sudan Livingston. Guarantee she'll come up with something like that. But it's not the first time that Susan Livingston's name is in. And if it is a Sudan Livingston, we want to see the proof. We want to see proof. And here's Sudan is nicest time of year. Tawanda has been getting ripped to shreds. And let me tell you, the only thing that Tawanda and Susan and a couple of others have done is they have not kissed ass. They have not listened to them. They have not left Patreon. They have not fallen for the bullshit. And all of a sudden, now they're getting named. Now all of a sudden, they're being picked on. They're being doxxed just because they're friends with me and Tracy. Tracy's the truth. Nobody emailed Kiki. Nobody spoke to Kiki. Kiki pulls more lies out of her ass than anyone I've ever seen, and it's really fucking sad. It really is sad. Kiki and Brian have many issues, and they're way beyond. I don't get Tracy since blocked for some reason. I don't know why you're always lying. I will never leave. I am not going anywhere. My Patreons are not going anywhere because people are telling them bullshit. You know, and that's the other thing I thought of. A lot of the shit that's being said now could only have come from certain Patreons. Ex-Patreons. I keep saying Patreons, but ex-Patreons. They're the only ones that could even know some of the stuff that's coming out now. And it's stuff that I told them in private. It's stuff that I told them as my friend. And if these are the type of people, who they are, they're fucking rats. And just be expecting they're going to do it to you. And that's all I can say on that. But if that's the type of people they are, well, you know what? I can't help that. Anyone, any group of people, male, female, doesn't matter, that tries so hard to put somebody else in a bad light speaks volumes as to who they are. It does not speak volumes to who I am. All these people have are fake shit, word of mouth, and some other bullshit. And it's absolutely sick. I also figured out, and not just me, a couple of us figured out that they probably, when they went in to Facebook and someone shared screenshots, I have no idea who Sunflower Barbie is, who went into screenshots, probably deleted some stuff. Y'all, if they will do it with y'all, then they'll do it. Exactly. If they'll do it with you, they will do it to somebody else. That's exactly my point. Greg, I don't even think it's a clone account. I just think they're fucking lying. I was able to comment one time, but second time, oh, you may have been blocked that day. Yeah, people were block happy. I know that, why I was lying. People were block happy. I told her, I said, people are blocking for no reason. Am I allowed to say someone we like just went? No. Doesn't matter who it is. Unless I'm at the very end and saying I'm leaving, then that's fine. I would never do it. Yeah, it's... And the reason why, you know what, I just thought of something. The reason why I know that Kiki can't say, oh, it was Sedan, not Susan, because they also talked about Cat's Meow. Cat's Meow is Susan Livingston's daughter. There's no mistake about it. She doesn't come from a troll group. She's not some fucking secret spy. She is legit her daughter. And did you see me completely destroy BSJ's live? I hope you did, Everett. Bring it on. I've told Laura she's stuck at me. But that's what I'm saying. They have nothing. I'm supposed... Oh, yeah, Capone's... Susan, did you know Capone was Cat's Meow? And then they try to say Capone was a neighbor. Sorry, I don't have any neighbors that age. And I saw Capone. Ubbed? What's a ub? I ubbed to you. I didn't want... Yeah, I haven't watched it either, Everett. A child, they were saying. He wasn't a child. I saw his face, originally. I live 2,000 miles away from Laura. Yeah, he's in California. I know that because he once asked me something about 7. Have you heard someone calling Brian's job at the office to his complex? I haven't heard this. I have no idea, Amanda. I don't... Honestly, I'll tell you the God's honest truth. I don't even know Brian's office. Like, I don't even know where he works or the apartment complex. Same thing with Randy. It seems to me, this is what I believe. I saw it with Kiki. I saw it with Randy. Hey, honey bunches. I saw it with Randy. I saw it with Diane. And now I see it with fucking... I saw it with Potty Mouth. And now I see it with Brian. They have to make shit up in order to justify what they're doing. Because if the truth comes out, which it will, because it always does, that I'm not doing anything to these people and they're just coming after me for no apparent reason other than I speak the truth, nobody's going to watch that. They have to come up with reasons. Kiki had to come up with this thing that I emailed her, this threatening letter, which was complete bullshit. Brian, now I'm calling his office, complete bullshit. I guarantee that if somebody did call his office, if somebody did call the office, then I absolutely, if somebody did call the office, then it has absolutely nothing to do with me. Somebody was arrested for shooting at his family? Oh my God. Randy was going to ask you to work with her on a teenage suicide before this. I don't do teenage suicides. And I would never work with Randy, even before this.
Jade said she'll do anything to let me get her
No,
house.
Sage, no, don't bother me now then. Goodbye.
It's not...
Don't bother me now then. Goodbye.
But, Mom!
Yeah, I don't know Brian's job. But they all have to come up with this shit. Randy had to come up with something about me and the work. Like, I don't come up with this stuff. This stuff is ridiculous. What isn't a lie from Brian? It's true. But that's what I'm saying. And there's video proving he lied. Sweet. We like video proving liars. But you know what I'm saying? No, each one of them have to come up with something different to make me out or my friends out to be so bad. We're not doing anything. We don't give a shit. Look at, perfect example, the Tilly Mae incident. The Tilly Mae with polyester jumpers. We had no fucking idea that was going on. None. None of us knew except polyester jumpers. Oh, my back itches. They're all liars. That's what I keep trying to say. They're all liars. There's not one of them that is legit. And then somebody said that Brian said that me picking on his wife, which I've never done, but something about putting something his wife in he looks at his wife like a kid. That's disgusting. I was like, wow. He lied to Randy about defending his son. He lies to everybody. BSJ is constantly defending himself. That looks guilty on him. Love you too, Robbie. I didn't see what J-Mac wrote. What is the deal with the Facebook groups? You're asking the wrong one, hon. I know nothing about the Dolly groups. His work was called when his son was on trial because he was doing a Facebook Live at work. He had his uniform on. Not just one person called, many, many did. Bottom line, don't do Facebook Live while working. Clary knew it. She had her polyester jumpers on Diane's Live. But I'm saying I never knew, and they both said I never knew. I had no idea. And it goes to show that I didn't know shit that was going on. Right there was perfect proof. If she knew, it only goes to prove I did not know. Oh, of course, Susan. Go join Braden Ferguson Part 2 as Postal stands. But my point is, it's just, all these people are lying because they have to lie. There's no other way about it. They have to lie because they have to justify what they're doing. If they can't justify what they're doing, they're fucked. They have to be able to justify it. Randy gained 60 subs today. Every time Randy drags me, she gains 60 subs. She hasn't gained a sub forever. Yeah, I wasn't even around during Luke's trial. I know nothing about it. I wasn't even doing YouTube then. I left YouTube in 2016 and came back in October of 2018. BSJ brings up his girlfriend every single time. We haven't done that. He emotionally abuses her. I agree. Yeah, I was never involved in the Darley stuff. How many haters do I have? Not as many as you think. Like, even Randy. Randy has no reason to be mad at me other than I spoke the truth. That's it. That's the only problem that Randy has with me is I spoke the truth. Yeah, it's okay for... Randy's okay with it. Randy has no problem with BSJ treating women the way he does. As long as there's an agenda to get somebody that told the truth. Fuck me running. Hi, Wood Booger 603 Shitty Smitty. That's a name. I don't have a dog in a fight between Laura and the drama community. I was around BSJ way before Laura even did YouTube. Yeah, I just came on YouTube. I did Making a Murder. That's all I knew. Don't y'all know that the truth is taboo? On it, it seriously is, Beasley. You're right. God forbid you tell the truth. Somebody even told me they got a surprise coming. Said you've been talking about her for the last 2 days. She hasn't spoken about you since Leanna's live. Really? She hasn't spoken to me? What was last night? Are you fucking kidding me? She even titled it Laura. These people are fucking delusional. It goes back to my point. She's fucking delusional. She ran an entire live last night about me. Gee, you wonder why I'm talking about you. Duh. She even wrote Laura, one and done. Then you go on Randy's and talk. These people are fucking delusional. I have no idea who Sunflower Barbie is. None at all. I know everybody's holier than thou. She even titled it Laura. Exactly. Randy's a victim now, of course. I'm telling you, I can't fuck with these people. There's something mentally wrong with them. Like, seriously mentally wrong with them. Oh, Randy's trying to channel build. That's obvious. That is more than obvious. Dipwads everywhere. I agree. Hey, Meerkat, you keep getting the blame for being Ben. Ben is the only one that uses the word dipwad. So maybe they're right. Maybe you are Ben. Sunflower Barbie was that Barbara lady. What Barbara lady? Not Barbara Bunsen. Sunflower Con. I don't even know who Sunflower is. They do need a Mrs. Beasley in their lives. Oh, speaking of Mrs. Beasley, you know what I learned today? Hockey Mom is a real life and living and walking June Cleaver. Swear to God. So we got Mrs. Beasley and we got Mrs. Cleaver. Hey, I say dipwad. Oh. Oh, Ben, you stole it from him? All right, so there's Ben. I want to see Ben, and you know what I do is Randy, Billy, and Channel by streaming once every 2 weeks. Sin 7. I don't want to do what? I did not start this. All I did was tell the truth. That's it. That's all I did was tell the truth against a hypocritical person. That's it. That's the only thing I did. If that makes me Satan, then so be it. I do not owe her an apology. I did nothing wrong. She came at me for some hypocritical bullshit. I'm getting more ghetto hanging out with you guys. There's, see, June Cleaver, there she is. In the flesh, she needs to change her name to June Cleaver. She's a real life June Cleaver. No, I get what Sin 7 is saying, but no, hey Poppy, but nobody's getting what I'm saying. I didn't do anything to her. I told the truth. That's it. That's the only thing I did. I'm still holding out hope for Randy. I believe she's a good person that Brian is exploiting. I don't know why the truth is such a bad thing. Does she know how to cook orca? I don't know. You did start at Randy's, one of my best friends. You made fun of her job. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sin, all right, I'm glad you're here, Sin 7. I do not even know what the fuck she does. I never made fun of her job, ever. I may have read a comment that I don't even remember. I cannot tell you where Randy works. I can't tell you what Randy does. I don't have a fucking clue what the woman does at all. Nobody made fun of her job. I literally don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, for real. I have no idea what she does. If you looked at her vids, you totally know who she is. Who, Meerkat? I know who Meerkat is, or I know who Randy is. That evil laughter from Lyanna killed me. Or so they get the... I don't know where they get the shit from. Somebody was saying it. Somebody said it in... Somebody said that somebody came in here and said it in a live. Well, there you go. Laura doesn't look at too many videos. No, I don't. Randy's a good stand strong in convictions. She hurts my heart. I wish you all could work it out. I know Randy would be willing to work it out. Much love. No, but Lacey, what she said is that if I apologize to her, and if I don't apologize to her, then she is going to out me. My answer to that is, I don't owe you an apology. You actually owe me an apology. And you're not getting an apology from me because I owe you shit. The only thing I did was speak the truth. I do not take threats lightly. That is my big thing. Do not threaten me. There is nothing that she has on me that I haven't already told. And for her to say that she's contacting my exes, my baby's daddies, really? This is where you're going with this? And you expect me to be quiet? No, hell no. She chose not to talk when she threatened me. She chose not to talk when she went on Brian's live bashing and threatening me. I don't do threats. These people are not scaring me. These people are not getting me off YouTube. I'm not, yeah, you said that, she said that they were in my DMs. Perplexed long time, I changed my name. Curls and Pearls, what's up? I'm telling you, I don't take threats lightly. Of course I'd be willing to talk to her privately. I ain't got a problem with that. She was known in community as the resident doxer. Said she was called the Noodle. It's Randy's life. I applaud you, chick, for working, period. I don't care what job you do, at least you work. Hey, you don't applaud me, Everett. But seriously, I don't even know what fucking job she has. If you held me in torture and you were going to put hot wax on me naked, I still couldn't tell you what Randy did. I have no idea what the woman does for work. And that's no joke. You could put a gun to my head and ask me, we're going to shoot you if you don't tell me what she did. My answer is going to be the same. I don't have a fucking clue what she does. I really don't. That's not torture. I'm just saying. And Brooke, I'm a very hard worker too. I work a full-time job. I'm a single mom of 3 kids. YouTube is my second job. I bust my ass. And I don't need a lot of the bullshit that I get because I do bust my ass. And Brooke, that's great you love Randy. That's awesome. I'm not here to bash Randy. And Sin 7, my people will tell you the exact same thing. My people will tell you we love Laura. She's the best person in the world. What's the point? Saying you're calling exes are fighting words. That's exactly right. That's a line you don't cross unless you want to fight. Exactly. But Truth Seeker knows it doesn't matter. You don't joke about something like that. That's not a joke. These are my kids' fathers. That's not a fucking joke. There's a big difference between a joke and I'm not the one that made the rape comment. How's that? I'm so sick and tired of getting the fucking blame for something that's not me. I really am. I'm fucking had it with it. I don't want to hear about this fucking rape comment that I didn't even make. I don't hear anybody talking what Clary did. I don't hear anybody talking how Clary said this and Clary said that. Why does nobody talk about that? Why does nobody talk all the things she was gonna do? Nobody ever fucking says a word about it. But I get the blame for something that I didn't even say. You want to talk about a VPN comment? That's all me. But don't fucking keep blaming me for something I didn't do. And then blame, and then take no blame for anybody else. It's fucking bullshit. If Randy is such a hardworking living woman, she needs to quit falling into negativity and judge both sides. So Randy did a stream and made it up. Sin 7, I have no idea. I go back to what I said. If I read a comment in chat, I just read it off. Do I remember it? Not at all. Everybody's allowed to discuss Laura, but Laura's not allowed to discuss anybody else. Give me a fucking break. Randy, Diane, Wendy nailed me to the motherfucking cross. Nailed me to the cross for fucking calling the funeral home. Only to find out that they do it. And Randy even says that if something's not right, you should call the funeral home. There's nothing wrong with that. So why'd you nail me to the motherfucking cross for it when you do it and you said it was okay? And you'll do it again if you have to because something doesn't seem right. Why does that not apply to me? That's what I want to know. Randy, you want a link? I'll give you a link. You want to talk this out like adults? I got no problem with that. Oh, you didn't? You never? Really, Randy? If I play a video, will you strike me? Because I can disprove that. But I'm not going to do it if you're going to strike me. But I can totally disprove that. All right, Randy, are you going to strike me if I play a video proving that comment to be absolutely false? Because I have you on video stating that it's perfectly okay. Great. You're not going to strike me? Awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to prove that Randy is 100% wrong. Hang on. And I hope you stick to your word, Randy, that you're not going to strike me for it. The most hypocritical bitch on YouTube. The most hypocritical bitch on YouTube is coming right up.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one more time. I liked the last one, and Timber walks through in a towel, so yeah. Just gonna talk a brief minute about yesterday, and the couple of days before that. We're expecting some really bad weather here. B is getting the snow and the ice and stuff. I'm not getting it yet.
Oh.
Anyway, can I just explain that YouTube is the only place that when somebody passes away, you feel the need to go check. I'm not saying we have to. I'm saying we feel the need to. When the first girl passed away, yeah, I checked. I didn't believe it, and that's why people question it. I'm not, I just didn't tweet out my feelings exactly. I just low-key was like, And I felt guilty, felt terrible. Then yesterday happened. And just think, if people hadn't checked to see what was going on with that, we would be sending flowers, condolences, and all that stuff to RB's house right now. Do I think she got hacked? Absolutely not. I think desperate people do desperate things for attention, and she
sounds
wanted
familiar.
to hurt those that she felt hurt her, and that was. But again, somebody else that don't remember or that didn't remember, people check. People check. I'm sure if something happened to me today, somebody would check. And please, if something happens to me, send flowers, because I don't want to be that person at the funeral home that has no flowers.
Yes, you did, Randy.
But
yes, you did.
Let's just remember
you
that
blasted me for
everybody
it.
is human. Don't drag people that question things, because if they didn't question things, then nobody would know. So, I do feel bad about questioning one.
Let's listen to that part again.
Let's just remember that everybody is human. Don't drag people that question things, because that everybody is human. Don't drag people that question things, because if they didn't question things, then nobody would know. So, I do feel bad about questioning one. I don't feel bad about questioning the other. So what does that say about me? I don't know. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, y'all.
So, Randy, I'll take that apology for the lie that you just stated. Because you just stated that I was lying and that you never did that. Thank you, Anna. You just said that I was lying when I wasn't lying. I was telling the truth. I don't lie. I don't need to lie. I don't have a problem squashing it. I really don't. I honestly and truly don't. I would like to squash it with her, but the truth should be told. I was wondering why you were timed out. Don't time out Randy's people. Randy, you did. You got on the kick with Diane and Wendy freaking out about me calling the funeral home and how dare I call the funeral home. You were right there with them. You even placated Stephanie T about how horrible I was and how miserable, what a person I was, and what kind of person calls a funeral home and who does that and why would somebody do that? That's exactly what you said. If you need me to pull up those lives, I will pull that up. I can't do it this second on the spot because I don't have them ready, because I wasn't expecting to show that. But point being, yeah, you did say it. And you did come at me for it with Diane and Wendy. And that's all that I was trying to do yesterday was, wow, I can't believe how hypocritical these people are. I can't believe that they're sitting there saying how I'm so horrible for calling the funeral home when they do this shit every day. That's all I was saying yesterday. And yes, I was pissed. Really fucking pissed. Rightfully so. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a wall up. I don't know Randy well enough to hate her or like her. Like, I just don't know her. And that's a fact. Like, the only time I've ever been involved with Randy, has been when she bashed me on Diane's live. That's it.
Can I stay in that Azur's house?
No.
Why?
I will speak to you after. I will speak to
When
you
is it
after.
over?
You and your sister. Doesn't matter. I said I will speak to you after.
Dude, that stuff's not gonna be over till like
'Cause
so stupid.
Melanie, it's not hard. It's right on Diane's lives. I don't know what you guys talking about sending gifts. A lot of people are trying to build channels off my name. I wish I could build as fast as they are. I don't see why we can't coexist, but I don't like hypocrites. I didn't watch Brian's live, but I can only imagine the shit that was being said. I also don't like phony people. If you don't like people going real life, then don't hang out with people that go real life. If you want somebody to cater to you, like it can't go both ways. You got to have it one way or the other. Your values and morals are your values and morals. If you don't want somebody going real life on you, don't go real life on them. You don't want somebody, calling your husband, then don't call somebody else's husband. If you don't want somebody, did she apologize for the X's and DMs yet? No. I've not got an apology at all for anything from any of them. They want apologies from me. Randy, what about how you threatened me that if I don't apologize to you, which I have no reason to, but if I don't apologize to you, you're going to release a whole bunch of stuff on me. What are you releasing? It doesn't matter. There's nothing that could ever you can't hurt me. Diana's done some really dirty things in this community. Do not compare to her, Laura. Randy stabs Katie in the back and goes live when she does to hurt her. It's Randy's life. All right, well, that has nothing to do with me. Because I don't do dirty things. You're not ready for what? Randy said she's on her way to whatever. You're not ready for what, Randy? You're not ready to go what? You sound like you're threatening me. And the only thing I've ever done to you, Randy, was speak truth. If you can't handle truth, that's on you. That's not on me. Why not just live and let live? Doesn't... If Laura had said the same thing about anyone's exes, everyone would be appalled. Absolutely, Elle. I don't know who she's talking to. But that's how I see it, Brooke. So what is she not ready for? Led to the call that Laura didn't actually make herself. Right. And moving the live is definitely not an apology. I'm just saying. So did Randy come here to try to make... Randy did not come here to try to make peace. That's obvious. To forgive and apologize. Where was the apology? I didn't get an apology, Brooke. No, if she was going to make peace, she would have said instead of dipping out. No, I could see her dipping out. I don't have a problem to dipping out, but never got an apology even after I proved that she lied. If peace and love is what you sow, then reap. I'm sure you've heard of that. Randy, love you. I'm staying if they let me. I don't. You could stay, son. Randy's not the topic of the conversation. You made Randy the topic of the conversation. Laura, you let peeps hype you up. I'm being honest. I do. I'm human. Because whoever just said it is right. Yeah. Thank you, Galway girl. It's not like Randy didn't play Mr. Ed making fun of my looks. Now others are doing it. Can you be even more jealous? I mean, how would you take that? A grown woman is making fun of somebody else's looks. Who does that? These are grown women. Who does that? This is the mentality I don't get. But do I get an apology for that? Nope, never got an apology for that. Can we all agree Laura's been attacked for shit that others do themselves? Absolutely. Laura's husband's ex is equal part of dragging. From what I understand, why worry? You aren't worried about it dragging. You have nothing to hide and aren't scared. You said you drag better than them. Whiskey Gypsy, that is the stupidest comment I've ever heard. Here's why. They can drag all they want. If that's what makes people feel better contacting my kids' dads, then don't ever say about going real life. Don't ever say anything about don't get kids involved. These are my kids' dads. You don't do that. There is a certain line that people do not cross. If you want to do that, then expect it done back to you. That's all I'm saying. That's not a line that I ever crossed. It's not a line that I would ever cross unless it's done to me. But if you stab me, I'm going to stab you twice as hard. That is what I said. And if you have a problem with that, well, then that's on you, because there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I am trying to stop it before it gets there. But if they want it to go there, then don't cry. What happens next? I don't know what to tell you. I totally agree, Lord knows. Totally agree. You don't know circumstantial relationship. That's exactly right. When it's you, Laura, they all say, can't we put this behind us? Absolutely. Have you heard the vile things Brian has said about Laura and others? Laura, you know for real, no one is contacting your family in real life. I understand it's kind of put out there. Truth seeker, can you imagine if I said that? Can you imagine if I said what they say? I would be hung. I would be hung. Brooke, I happen to be a beautiful 48-year-old woman. Why anybody would come after my looks, they should be embarrassed. Because when a grown woman picks on another woman's looks, I could be the ugliest bitch in the world. It still doesn't say anything about me. It says something about them. And if that's the way she lives, that's on her. But I guarantee you that I'm not even going to say what I was going to say, but she is nobody to take on another woman's looks, especially my looks. And that just screams jealousy. When a woman attacks another woman's looks, it's straight up jealousy. So that's why it says a lot more about them than it does about me.
I'm going for a run.
Make fun of looks. My son had Randy's haircut in 1990. Laura, I like you. I try to defend you, but honestly, you're wrong, 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 wrong. And I'm one of your followers, not anybody else's. I can't. Truth Seeker knows, what the fuck am I wrong about? Tell me what I'm so wrong about. I'm saying don't stop it. Been preaching it. But when you go live saying bring it because I'm not worried, I'm saying don't sweat it. Laura drags better. I like you too. Whiskey. Nobody's ever seen me drag because I haven't had to go to that level. But if I have to go to that level with non-mentally ill people, I will. With mentally ill people, I'm not touching it. Narcissism, I'm not touching Brian. Brian is a sick human being. He is an abuser. I don't fuck with abusers. Sorry, gave those up for Lent. Laura, you're all heart and speak from the heart. Randy, Diane, and Wendy are mean to the core. Thank you, London. Sin, that's the only reason a woman talks about another woman's looks. That's it. Side chat Sally, no you haven't. Not in the same way at all whatsoever. I'll say she takes it up the butt. The minute you realize you're no longer New York Sopranos, mob vibes. Who the fuck? What are you talking about? Truth Seeker, I'm not the one that acts like a boss man. You guys make me a boss man. But you know what? I don't even want to hear your shit. Don't follow me. Unsub me. Go back to Brian. Go back to the other side. I'm done. Bye-bye. Please unsub. Truth Seeker knows. Like, for real. Just unsub. Because you talk out of your fucking ass. Going after your looks spells they are jealous. Laura, they couldn't touch your looks with a 10-foot pole. I do not talk about other women's looks unless they have attacked me. I understand what you're saying, Laura. Everyone's done crap, made jokes, mistakes. It's the drama community. I think you're a beautiful woman. All I'm saying is think y'all can work this out. And Brooke, I'm not saying we can or we can't. No, it's not. She said why she went for your looks because it would bother you if you listened to her stream. But I don't listen to her stream. That's my whole point, Sin. I have never listened to Randy a day in my life. The video that I played, I got from someone else. Someone sent it to me anonymously, actually, in my email and said, you may want to check this out. I don't listen to Randy. I don't have anything against her, but I don't listen to her. Thank you, Anna. Exactly. Both have to be willing to work it out, and one's not. Owen are beautiful in one way or another. They're so much younger can learn from older and older. Like, does Randy have a daughter? Do you tell your daughter to pick on someone's looks at 40-something years old? I mean, come on. I'm almost 50 years old. I think I look pretty fucking good. I take care of what I look like for a reason. I didn't say in that video. There's other videos. No. No, you're confusing stuff, Sin 7. I was hung for somebody in my Patreon calling a funeral home. I'm not even the one that called. Someone called a funeral home. Laura isn't responsible for people and what they say in chat. Oh, Whiskey Gypsy, you're such a fucking asshole. Goodbye. You're a strong woman, my ass. You're one of the weakest women I've ever fucking met. No offense. Hashtag truth. Hey, BBT. I'm 52. I take care of myself. Sin, I know. Oh, I can't. Sin, no offense. I hate people like you. I really do. Nobody said anything about you. Nobody said anything bad about you. Nobody said you didn't take care of yourself. I never said anything about you, ever. But yet you make it about you. I got rid of her, I can't deal with fucking Whiskey. She always comes in here with her righteous bullshit, and then she'll go support Brian. Give me a fucking break. One cougar down, yeah, right? Yeah, Whiskey Gypsy is the furthest thing from a strong woman. She's a fucking follower. Hang on, I gotta grab a cigarette. Hold on. Move. Yeah, Whiskey Gypsy, BSG supporter. Laura's beautiful all the way around. She's very good to her people. Thank you, Pop Trauma. Every person has their own unique beauty. That is correct. I agree with that. If you're calling for peace, how's that help, though? It won't, because like I said to Diane, and I don't know why these people don't get it. I don't need a truce to be an adult. I don't need a truce to know how to be a strong woman. I don't need a truce to not talk about other people if they're not discussing me. Then I don't need a truce. These people seem to need a truce. You just trashed Ash274. I didn't trash Ash274's looks. Yesterday? Okay. No, I didn't. But okay, if you say so. I don't even think I talked about Ash274 yesterday, but I might be wrong. I may have said a couple things, but I don't remember trashing her look. Sorry, not me. I pray and hope you can find peace. I'm not going to take your side, but I pray you can find I'm happy. Hope you can find forgiveness and happiness, at least for yourself. Believe me, Timothy, I got to be honest with you, and I've said this over and over and over and over. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You obviously weren't here in the beginning. I don't hold anger. I don't care about these people. I'm not attacking them. They want to attack me. All they're doing is bringing me more subs because people see that they're making me a victim. I never looked at myself as a victim, but they're making me a victim because I'm not attacking back. I don't care. A lot of people seem to be conflicted with BSJ. It's easy to follow the crowd. He's the most disgusting, vile human being that he wants to call himself a man. Please. That's why I will ignore him. And if he doesn't like it, I don't know what to tell him. But I will ignore him. I agree, Happy. So I gotta show you guys this mug that Stephanie S. got me. It is the coolest fucking mug in the world. And I was waiting to show you guys until I had enough people in here. You guys are gonna be jealous. Trust me on this. I don't even know where she got it from. You guys ready? Hold on. How awesome is that mug? Is that the coolest mug ever? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that sick? I love Steph. I love all you guys, but how fucking cool is that? She told me a while ago, she's like, I found the perfect gift for you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And it was like a month went by. I never said anything to her. How awesome is that? I think that is like the best mug I ever saw. And no, it's actually pink. It's kind of pinkish purple. But she's like, I have to send you this mug. Stephanie is great. Stephanie's definitely a ride or die. But how awesome is that? Laura got a new mug, and now we'll give him 6 hours of content. Now I want that mug again. I'm jelly. I know. How cool is that? So is Laura Sin 7. What? I can send that to you, Laura, if you want. You can send what? Oh, there you are, Steph. Awesome mug. Sage sent it to me in a picture when I was at the football game. She goes, I opened your mail. I was like, you bitch. Awesome, Steph. Definitely worth the wait. You did show up on time. Come on, Sin. Last comment wasn't bad. I don't time out Randy's people. Burn the beans? I didn't block you, Lord knows. 10 hours of content is given. There's a gun on it. Yeah, isn't that a great gift? That is like the best mug I ever saw. Now I'm going to say you indirectly threatened to shoot people. Shannon Uncensored, another one that's getting a lot of shit. I would have wrapped it back up and lied to my mom. Yeah, right? No, she was so impressed by it. She thought it was like the coolest thing. Hockey Mom, you have a troll now. Hockey Mom's has to be June Cleaver. You have to admit, that's a kick-ass mug. Think it's gonna look like you're shooting your own face. Hell no, look at this thing. This thing is awesome. This thing is awesome. Whoop. That's just the coolest fucking mug ever. So, this is scaring me after a football game. This is what I look like. True crime mug for sure, absolutely. This is what I look like. I'm sweating for hours upon hours. Love Sage, you can have her. She's a pain in the ass. I'd make a bong out of that mug. You would. Since you already saw me, fuck it. Football Mom today. Yes, they did win. 33-20. Hey, Kim. Sage can come to Europe. You can have her. She wants to go to Paris. She's dying to go to Paris. I'm okay, Kim. You look amazing for your age. Thank you, Amanda. No Puss in Boots. I've emailed her 3 times already. Even after being out, yeah, this is like real, no makeup, nothing. No lights. This is pure, raw me. At least I cook for my kids. Today's pizza night. Couldn't have it last night. Tonight's pizza night. Although, if I drive Sage to a friend's house, then I can get ribs from this really good rib place. Thank you, Shannon. You look like one of us. I am one of you. I know it's the coolest mug ever. Ever. Love it. Fucking love it. Best mug ever. Zoom is not set up, but I can set it up. You want me to set it up? I should get ribs, right? Fuck it. It's the weekend. Laura has great skin in my late 30s. I would love to have her skin. I don't know how I have such... I always had good skin, though. My kids don't. My kids have my mom's skin. They don't have... Sage doesn't have my skin. Sage has, like, pimples on her forehead, and so does Phoenix. I never got pimples. She's got, like, Hawaiian's my favorite shit. Not pimples. It's like these weird bumps that she gets all over. I have a Lady Boss tea from Drita. Hey, Sage. Sage. I'll make a deal with you. I'll drive you if she's going to drive you home tomorrow. I gotta get my roots done bad.
Me too.
Shut up.
I do.
Hush. It's the food today, Laura. I don't know. She's had it since she's born. She gets it all over her legs, her arms, everything. Am I in the basement or I'm in my room? I'm in my office. Since I was told a mod to get bent, I'll just say this. What did you say about Randy on your live about at the football game? I said that everybody's pissed at me that I fucking told the truth. It's not eczema. We had it checked out.
She said yes.
Oh. Ask Dane if he wants to go to his friends.
Okay, I have to take a shower first, though.
What do you mean I have to take a shower? Hurry up.
I have to shower.
Hurry up.
I have to keep them running.
Then I'll get away cheap if Dane goes to his friends. What has Randy said about Laura? I know. Hey, Poppy. Dairy will give you pimples. I don't know if it's dairy. She's tried everything. Have Sage use something with celiac acid and it like lotion. Okay. Sing good Lord, I told you to get bent. My mom uses that term. My mom always says get bent. Not Laura, and I read your comment wrong, but guess what? I apologize. We're over here now. How do you do that when we're wrong? Did you talk about her husband? No, I didn't talk about her husband. Talked about my husband.
He said Azra said no.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go shower.
Alright, it wasn't Phoenix. It was Dayton I played this morning. From what I've seen, no one cares if you feel the truth. If you speak the truth, it's not going to fix anything. ACV. Oh, Truth, you wanted to come up? I could set up Zoom. Zoom. Dayton did win. 33-20. Truth, it's set up now. So let me get the rules straight. You can drag Laura for days, but if she says anything back, she's the bad guy. Yep. Katia, you're blocked. Katia's not blocked. I met Katia in a trial. She's tried everything. She hasn't tried that acid stuff, but she has tried coconut oil. Never mind, just saw last comment. Strained. I wonder what naughty word I kept saying. I'll leave. If you're done. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's back up for a second, Sin. I never started with Randy. Randy started with me. I wouldn't have even known who Randy was if Randy hadn't come at me. So please save the poor Randy stuff. Trying to send some people is like trying to smell the color 9. Honestly, don't know how you deal with this on a daily basis. I would like to know where you get strength. My dad. My daddy. Took a 2-hour nap waiting on coffee. I have pure coconut oil. I'll have her try it. That's the gospel according to Luke. I meant for this stream. Oh, I get it. So, I'm never supposed to say anything about anything. But everybody else can. But if, God forbid, I respond to it, that's no good. Aris. That's exactly what a friend said it was. Keratosis pilaris. The name keratosis I remember because when I do my hair extensions, they got to have keratin in them. That's how I remember that name. How does your daughter get rid of it? Keratosis, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said. The keratosis. I remember that totally. How did your daughter get rid of it? Trace, you could talk.
Okay.
Let me, hold on. I gotta open up Zoom on here. Why is it not showing on YouTube?
I don't know. I'm trying to watch it too. Mine's just spinning and spinning and spinning. But I kind of wanted to give an example of just a little bit of the hypocrisy that goes on. And I think we can all agree that we've all said things we shouldn't have said. And, you know, I know I can say that. I know I've said things I shouldn't have said before. But Brian called the prison that his son is being housed in and told him that Trisha made a threat about having Luke taken care of with money on somebody's books or something. But what he failed to understand, what he failed to tell him is that he threatened to pay somebody to hurt her daughter too. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That's the kind of thing that just drives me freaking nuts.
But Amanda's right. Difference is we own it. When we say something, Galway girl dermatologist said there's nothing they can do. Anything they ever gave her did nothing.
I know, Blink. That's what I'm saying, though. People said in Brian's live stream and on his panel when he was threatening a 14-year-old girl.
Mine?
No.
Oh.
Trisha's.
Oh, okay.
But, and they can be Brian's friend. I don't care. But how can they ever say anything about anything that goes on over here when you can sit on a panel while a grown man threatens a 14-year-old girl? Threatens, and I understand why Brian said it. He was reacting to what Trisha said out of anger. And the fact that he called the prison to tattle on Trisha is one thing. He's protecting his son, whatever. But he failed to tell him, oh, yeah, by the way, I threatened her 14-year-old daughter. And that's the kind of thing I don't get, man.
Katia wants to know threatened how.
What he said on his live stream today that, well, I'll hire somebody to hurt her daughter. I don't know if he was. I don't know, Katia, whether he was really going to do that or if he was just making. I can't get into his mind.
Can you imagine if I said that?
Exactly. And I understand that Trisha was angry the other day on your live stream, and she said, look, if I really wanted to mess with you, I would put money on someone's books at the prison where his son is being housed, and I'd have him messed with. But then for Brian to turn around and say, well, I'll hire somebody to hurt your daughter. Her daughter is a juvenile. And then he calls, okay, so let's say turnabout is fair play. Let's say that Brian had every right to say what he said because Trisha said what she said. Let's just run with that narrative for a minute. But then he calls the prison to alert them of the threat that's been made and never once mentions that he threatened the same person that threatened his son or threatened that she could do something. He didn't say, oh, yeah, by the way, I turned around and threatened her. And 100 and some odd people in his chat. And Randy on his panel. And Sunflower Barbie on his panel. And Sally Spencer on his panel. Not one of them said, Brian, man, don't say that shit. Not one of them said, Brian, don't say that shit. But if somebody over here gets twisted and says something they shouldn't have said, all hell breaks loose.
Laura gets no backstory or context. That's right. But it says a lot about who you support. It's one thing to get along with somebody. It's another thing to support somebody. They support Brian.
I get it, Kaja. I get what you're saying. But number one, his son is an adult. Her daughter is a juvenile. Should anybody be sending out any kind of threats like that? No. But if you're going to call the prison and tattle on Trisha, then own what he did. He also made a threat. But you didn't hear him say to the prison, oh yeah, this woman said that, and he says, I just want it noted in case something happens to my son because he's a model prisoner and blah, blah, blah. He said that. But he didn't bother to say, and I threatened her daughter. And I've threatened her daughter in the past. Or, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So everybody just thinks Brian's son got threatened. But nobody calls him, nobody holds his hand to the fire for the things he says and does. And I'm over it. My hand gets held to the fire for everything I say. So do you, Laura.
Oh, absolutely. Let me also interrupt you for 1 second. If Randy's people are still in here, Randy was on a panel and supporting a man who said directly, what's the big deal if I jerk off to a 14-year-old? It's not illegal. Talking about my daughter. It's not illegal to jerk off to a 14-year-old. What the fuck are they going to do? Come in and arrest me? That's sick. But Randy and others support him.
I'm not telling a half truth. I'm telling you what was said. Trisha, in the fit of anger, made a comment that if she wanted to do something, she could. And Brian, in the fit of, he didn't appear to be angry. He was just, talking on a live stream. He didn't appear to be, irate or anything. We've all seen Brian irate. Says the same thing, except about her 14-year-old daughter. that he has friended on Facebook, that, you know, at some point, somebody has to recognize that there might be a little bit of wrong going on both sides, but there's a whole lot of wrong going on over there. And their hate for Laura is enough for them to support Brian. And that's sick.
Not that it's okay, but his son is an adult. Trisha's daughter is a minor, period. That was so disgusting for him to say, and anyone that was okay with it. Perplexed, look how he said, I do it because they come at my wife and she's a child to me. Yeah, nobody comes at his wife but Brian. I don't know anybody that's ever said one bad word about Brian's wife except Brian.
And I don't want to turn this into a Brian bashing. I really don't. I'm over it. But the hypocrisy to sit in that man's live stream when he says the things he says.
On panel with him, no less.
Is just unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying, Everett. Nobody ever comes at his wife, ever. But again, each one of them make up stuff. Sin, my live's not down. You can listen to my live. You say you wouldn't support that, but Randy is up there. Randy knows what he said. Randy's on his panel. She had no problem with it. Calling his wife a child. He's a narcissistic abuser. There's no other way to put it.
In defense of Randy, she probably doesn't know what he said about the 14-year-old jerking off statement. Randy probably doesn't know that. She probably hasn't sat and gone through all Brian's videos. Not to mention, when he does that stuff, normally he realizes what he says and he yanks him down. He doesn't apologize. No, of course you wouldn't support that sin. I don't think you would either. I don't think. But there are people that do. Exactly, Brooke. I'm sure Randy doesn't know. But Diane and Wendy are fully aware.
Yeah, exactly.
Of the things that Brian has said and done. And they went on and on and on the other night about how they believe he's just misunderstood.
Oh, he's not misunderstood. He's a narcissistic abuser.
I mean, I didn't listen to his live stream the other night, but people were like saying, oh my God, did you hear this? Did you hear that? And I was responding with, no, I didn't, because I wasn't watching it. But I did go back and watch a few minutes of it, and he does admit to slapping his wife.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
You know, he tells that, you know, she was on some medicine that caused her to be angry, and, you know, she struck out at him and blah, blah, blah. Where I'm from, no man hits his wife. Not for any reason.
Exactly.
If you can outrun her, outrun her. If she's coming at you with a pair of scissors, run like hell. But this is just my opinion. This is not about, I believe you, Sin. I really believe you. I don't believe Randy had any idea that Brian made that comment. Somebody in here has that video where he said that. I thought it was Sarah, but I could be wrong. Because he not immediately, it stayed up for a little while, but he's since taken that video down. But the topic was Laura's daughter. And the topic was Laura's daughter because Laura's daughter, Brian and Laura were on Vinny's panel. And Laura's daughter came into the screen, or into, the area in which she could be heard. And kind of reprimanded Brian, reprimanded his behavior. And that did it. It didn't matter that Laura's daughter is a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, whatever. It didn't matter because Brian struck. And when Brian strikes, he strikes hard. And for people to continuously say, oh, well, that's okay because I wasn't there when he said it. Or, I don't condone it, but I'm still going to sit in his streams and root him on because him and Laura are at battle. Or I'm going to sit in his streams and root him on because him and the truth are at battle. I would never sit in someone's stream that talked about children like that. I'm sorry, not happening. And I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that Randy is aware of that. But I'm sure she's not. But it's not like Diane and Wendy and them are not aware of the things Brian has said and done.
He's been reported. It doesn't matter.
And I, like I said, I'm not turning this into a Brian bashing at all. But when he called the prison and he didn't mention the fact that he made a threat towards a juvenile girl, and he only called to give him the heads up about a threat made to his adult son. Many a times, Brooke, many a times he's been reported.
Diane knows all of this. Wendy knows all of this. Ash274 knows all of this. They all know all of it. But as long as they hate me, they'll run with any narrative they want. Nobody could ever find one place that I ever talked about Brian's wife. And I don't remove most videos. Sometimes I do, but I still have them. Nowhere and anywhere. Yeah, Ridgemont. You can email me.
Exactly, Brooke. You are shocked. And we're, and I'm sure you're shocked because you know these ladies and you know they would never normally support something like that. But that's how deep the hate runs for Laura. Because if it means supporting, go watch Diane and Wendy's live stream from last week where they have him up on their panel, giving him a big pat on the back and telling him he's misunderstood. Has Brian been attacked by people from, after his son did what his son did? And again, no one holds Brian responsible for what his son did. No one. And did people go at Brian? They did go at Brian, but it was after he went at them so hard. And they struck back. So again, this is not a Brian bashing. Make up your damn mind. If you want to support Brian, support him. But support him because you really like him. Support him because you really do see some good in him. But don't forget all the nasty that he's done, okay?
What's up? What's the matter?
I just woke up.
Oh.
Sin, they do. They do.
On my upper body.
I can't say Diane's name on my channel,
okay.
but she doesn't
No, I
come
mean,
Tell
running.
Sage, hurry up.
I'm doing pull-ups.
He has seen
push-ups,
my videos.
planks, and every one of my muscles hurt. Doing
Diane and Wendy have even told Brian, hey, we don't support you doxing. We don't support you doxing people.
Except when it comes to Laura.
While he sits in their chat and doxes people.
Are you making dinner?
It's a different story when it comes to Laura.
So if I even had a hint that somebody on YouTube behaved in such a manner, I would go and look at their stuff before I would actually jump on their panel or have them on mine. I would be like, okay, what's all the buzz about this dude? Well, talking about the stores in which Serendipity shops at, who gives a shit? That's just his scare tactics. He knows they both live in the same town, and he thinks he's going to scare her, and it's not going to work. Brian's tried to scare me for years. But, it is what it is. All I'm saying is, when I watched his video earlier where he calls the prison to warn them, and that's fine. He's protecting his son. I get that. But how do you do that and not mention the fact that you threatened her daughter? And I'm not trying to tell people who to support and who not to support. But it's real hard for me. Everybody's like, how can you support Laura? How can you support Laura?
Because
How can
Laura
you
doesn't
support
do
Laura?"
anything.
And I'm like, Laura has never in all the time I've been around Laura, I've never heard her say nothing about a baby. I've never heard her say anything derogatory about an underage kid. Sin, I believe you. I believe you. I'm telling you, I believe that Randy doesn't know the biggest part about Brian. And Brian wants to talk about the Darlie Routier case with Randy, and that's cool because Brian is very versed on the Darlie Routier case, but he's only versed on the state's case. He's not versed on the defenses.
Hold on. Blueberry, my son doesn't need attention. My son just woke up from a nap from working out all day, and he wanted to know when dinner was coming. So he doesn't need attention. He's a teenager, but thank you for your concern. I'll keep it in mind. Fucking idiot.
Okay, listen at Stronger Everyday's comment. Why would you use that word? Because that word's been going around a lot lately, and that's not a good word. I mean, maybe you mean it harmlessly, but that word's been going around a lot lately, and that's just...
Oh, Blue Eyes, which video is that? Oh, look, my dog needs attention.
The word gutted. And I'm sure you don't know what's been happening.
And it's highlighted.
With that word.
Maybe he does.
But we've been accused of being that person too. So, you know, like I said, I don't care if you support Brian, but supporting, you know, call him out when he's wrong at least.
What, you need to go out? You need attention? Do you need attention? How come nobody's saying Buka needs attention? Come on, Blueberry Beret. Where's the dog needs attention?
Okay. I apologize, Stronger Everyday, but by using that word, there's one particular YouTuber that will probably make a very big deal out of using that word. I'm just telling you.
Oh, it'll be my fault.
Yeah, you didn't mean any harm in it. It's a word that gets used in the UK, but trust me, there's a YouTuber that'll say, "This proves that's Ted Bundy," blah, blah, blah.
And Laura's attached to it.
Oh. Like I said, guys, I didn't come up here to make this a Brian bashing. I'm just flabbergasted at the people that actually said in his live streams and never call him out on his stuff. I'm just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And then when I saw the video where he called the prison and said, "Thank you, Bexley Health, Southeast London, for saying that's a UK word." But for sitting, you know, they said on his panels, they said in his live streams, and they don't say a word about the vile things that he says and does. And I'm sitting there going, if that was Laura, she would have an entire freaking live stream, an entire chat, losing their shit on her. I believe you, son. I believe you. And I'm not trying to say, you know, Randy, don't like Brian. I'm not saying that at all. Brian is very versed in the Darlie Routier case. Mostly the state side. Randy believes Darlie Routier is innocent. Brian believes she's guilty. It'd probably be a really good debate.
Well, I've been here all night and haven't gotten any attention. Sorry, D. I'm eating Tawanda's beef jerky. Randy would have known if she had known. I promise you that. But she has to know.
They did tell him not to say that, Sarah F. To say which one. about his wife or about the child that he threatened to pay to have something done to, or about the 14-year-old and pleasuring himself. What did they stop him? I don't know. I'm to the point anymore. I don't care. Brian can say whatever he wants, but he's the one thing that probably pushes me over the edge the most is Brian coming after or having my son in his mouth.
Hold on. Everett Scott says, my God, if you don't believe me, please join the Facebook groups where you threaten children. I dare any of you to prove me wrong. And Old Blue Eyes posted a link to a video that screams volumes to who he is. All right, go on.
No, I'm done. Actually, I'm going to leave the panel here in just a second because I don't really have anything more to say other than when I watched his video where he called the prison, and I don't blame him for protecting his son. Do I think Trisha's going to do anything? No. I think she said it out of anger. Do I think Brian's going to do anything? No. But he wasn't angry when he made his threat.
When did he threaten Trisha's daughter?
On his live stream.
Today?
Yeah, he said, and guess what? I can pay to have your daughter hurt too. And I was like, why didn't anybody say, don't say that, Brian? Don't do that, Brian.
Was Randy on panel?
I don't know if Randy was on panel at that time. I don't know. And this doesn't really have anything to do with Randy personally. I like Randy. I was subbed to Randy. I always liked Randy. Still don't have a problem with her. But this is just, 16 years old. This is just the kind of thing that I'm talking about. And no, nothing's getting twisted because this is exactly how it went down, Sarah. So, Brian, if you're listening, and I'm sure you are, exactly, nobody calls him on his stuff, and Wendy summed it up perfectly when she said, oh, I don't want to mess with Brian. I hit hard, but he hits harder. Boom. She just gave him a big power shot. A big power shot.
All right. I want to explain something that's important. And I want everyone to listen carefully. When she's saying don't support or how can you support Brian, I totally understand that some people could say, well, how could you support Laura with the rape comment? And I get that. But here's the biggest difference. I don't go real life. I've never gone real life. We talked about it within a small group of friends as compared to Brian, who's called the cops on another YouTuber because he called him poopy pants. He called the mother of this guy for no apparent reason other than to say that his son put him down. I've never done anything like that. So Brian's always gone real life. I have not. There's a big difference in the way the two of us speak. There's a big difference in what we actually do. I would never do anything like that. Brian does. That's the difference.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to turn this in because I'm to the point. I'm just exhausted with Brian. No, I'm not going to back down to him, but I'm just exhausted with him. As far as the rape comment, that was said in poor taste, but also it wasn't Laura that said it, but it was in poor taste, and this person apologized and was forgiven. Brian doesn't apologize. Brian will say either I didn't say that or somebody came at me, so I went at them. Maybe that's his defense. Maybe he just knows how to strike harder. Maybe that's his deal. I'm exhausted with it. But please don't come over here saying how horrible Laura is and how horrible we are. I've got people coming to my channel saying, what is your problem with Brian? I got Sally Spencer in Brian's live stream or on his panel saying, quit dragging that baby up, blah, blah, blah. We honored that baby. He dishonored that baby.
Yeah, but Sarah, there's no reason to protect her. Nobody ever says anything about her but him. He's the only one that talks about her and her disability.
I will quote him word for word. This is what he said. And Laura, don't talk to me about kids are off limits, because I look at my wife as if she's a kid. Word for word. That's what he said. Now, does he look at his wife as a child? Maybe so. That's his business. That's their relationship. But nobody goes at his wife. That's, nobody. We're not sitting over here calling his wife names. But he uses her to gain sympathy, and people fall for it. Oh, how dare they talk about your wife, Brian? How dare they talk about her disability? But we're not. And they don't even take the time to come over here and say, Brian, where did they talk about your wife at? They just take it all in and say, oh, that's horrible. You're right. It would be horrible if it was happening. No.
Everett, nobody has.
He's trying to blame Laura and her people for things that went on in a Facebook group that had nothing to do with any of us.
Exactly, Obi-Wan. I've never spoke about his wife publicly or privately. Actually, I shouldn't say that. What I did say... No, he wanted a piece of beef jerky. What I did say was that I don't understand why Brian's wife is with him. She is an abused wife. That I did say.
And I won't even go so far as to say that. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say the man abuses his wife. I'm saying that he abuses her situation.
No,
I know that when she's in front of a camera, when he says, come here, Nicole, and she sits down, but let's not forget, she's the same woman that screamed into a camera that something about my cancer and you're going to lose all your hair. And I was like, what the fuck? I never said anything about this woman. And she did that because Brian got her all hyped up over nothing. I never said anything about her. I've got a text message from Brian to prove. He says, you're right. You've never spoke ill of Nicole. I personally try to protect my loved ones. If something is being said about them, I wouldn't drag them over to face a camera and tell them, but it's not even being said. But like I said, I don't care who supports Brian. I don't give a shit. It makes me no never mind. But you're not doing him any favors, people, by not calling him out on his hypocrisies. You're really not. Because if you held his hand to the fire and called him on his bullshit, he might stop. He might stop.
Only Fool's Lie said it best. He doesn't have loved ones. He has weapons and hostages. That's a very true statement. He has prizes. Come on, stop eating the beef jerky, dogs.
Yes, he has used her Facebook account to threaten people. And then when people clap back, thinking that it was Nicole, and I never did because I could always tell by Brian's style of writing that it was Brian. But one time, the very first time he ever approached me under Nicole's Facebook, this is exactly how this went down. he made a comment to me in Messenger under Nicole. So I commented back to Nicole, thinking that she's the one that made the comment to me. And she said, I'm sure it was her at that point, she said, this is Nicole, and I don't get involved in the drama. Please leave me out of the drama. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. Brian must be using your Facebook account to, you know, say crazy things to people. And I said, you know, Nicole, even though you're married, you have the right to your own Facebook. You could change your password and tell Brian, you're not using my Facebook to create drama. That's all I ever said to her. That's all I ever said to her.
I agree,
But like I said, I didn't know if Trish was in here, but just to let her know that he did call the prison. I don't know if he mentioned her name. I just listened long enough for him to tell the prison.
I might go outside to ride my
I don't
bike.
think he did mention her name. She might want to go watch it. I don't know. I don't know. He might have. I don't know. But while I'm sitting there listening to it, I was waiting for him to say, yeah, me and this girl have gone back and forth on social media for years now, and I threatened her daughter. But he never did.
Cindy, yes, they did. They did support it. They didn't say rah rah go Brian, but they do support it.
No, Sin, they didn't say, you know, way to go, Brian, way to go. You're right, they didn't.
Hey, Julie.
But they do know Brian, and they know his behaviors, and they know he's a known doxer. For God's sakes, he just put an elderly couple's faces, stole the picture off their Facebook and their phone number on his community page, an elderly couple, just to get back at their son. They knew that. Do you think one of them said to him, Brian, don't do that. Those people are elderly. They don't have anything to do with Ben and his shenanigans. Nope.
And the sad part is, he's not even good looking. He's fucking disgusting. And yes, I said it, and I'm proud to say it. It's not like they're supporting like a really good looking guy and his looks are getting to them. He's a fucking lowlife, period. Who's jealous of anybody with money, he's just a loser. I wouldn't want him on my panel. He's just gross. It's okay with everybody else. All right, well, they can have him.
Well, and in all fairness, you did have Brian on your panel.
Yeah, before the daughter comment, before I knew him like that. I didn't know him like that.
And Brian can be a very nice guy sometimes. He can. But if you don't hold him accountable for the things he says and does, then don't come over here or make video after video about the things we say and do. I guess that's my point. If you're not going to hold Brian accountable for the things he says and does, if you're not going to hold another creator accountable for the things they say and do, then don't come to my videos trying to hold me accountable
or mine
for what I say.
Or mine. That was me chewing. I was eating awesome beef jerky. I'm getting some good gifts lately.
That's really all I want to say. If you're not going to hold the man accountable for the things he says and does, and then don't come to me in my videos and try to hold me accountable. Don't do it. Because I see the same people. That are sitting in Brian's live streams, that are in his comments, that are supporting him. And I'm telling you, the way he portrays his son's story is not the truth. It's not the truth.
Hey, Sarah, who'd you just put in timeout? Because the message I got was, Serendipity just put a user you've blocked in timeout. So it's somebody that's blocked and I can't see it. So I'm just wondering what was said. Oh, what'd they say? Another Brian supporter.
No, actually, what they said was not in support of Brian. It was saying, it was talking about another creator. It says Katie also lets Brian in his chats. I'm sure he meant her chats. And after his jerk comment, she took money from him and would have kept it if he wouldn't have asked for it back. I don't know that Brian ever did ask Katie for money back. I don't know. I don't care. That's between Brian and Katie. But this doesn't have to do with Brian. I mean, with Katie at all. I don't know why her name always has to come up, but it has nothing to do with Katie.
Who said anything about Randy's family?
I don't know anything about Randy's family, so I don't go there. But my whole point is, and I'm going to say it one time and then I'm leaving and I'm going back into chat because I'm going to say it again. For all of you out there listening, don't come to my comments. Don't make videos off my videos trying to hold me at a different level, at a different place than what you hold Brian. Because I could never, ever, ever go where Brian has gone.
I agree. And
so just stay out of my comments. Continue to support him. I don't care. I really don't. But don't come to my comments. When I put up a video about Brian, it's the truth and nothing but the truth. I've defended him when he deserved to be defended, and I call him out when I feel like he deserves to be called out. So it's not a bash Brian. You want to support him, but don't come telling me that I have a problem, because I'm not the one with the problem. With that, I'm getting off panel. I'm going back to the chat. So everybody have a chill Saturday night.
Bye, hon. I'm going to address the purple vomit comment. One, you're blocked for a reason. So, Sarah, you can block them again because I have them blocked so I can't see them. But Katie let Brian in her chats. Katie doesn't know anything about Brian, but Katie is not here to talk about it, so why are you even bringing her up? Secondly, if someone wants to give me money, I don't care who it is, I'm going to take the money. Who wouldn't? Am I supposed to say, no, I don't want your money, even though you're an asshole? Of course I want your money. I'm not ashamed of that either. And Brian is the piece of shit for asking for it back. Who asks for a donation back a month later? You're a fucking loser. That made you even more of a loser than you were prior. So just remember that. And now you can block them. Purple Vomit is MT. I wouldn't doubt that. I won't mess with her, though. She's on antipsychotics. I won't mess with that. I'm going to take down my other video and everything. I will not mess with that. I don't mess with people with mental illness. So, that's that. I'm waiting for Truth to talk. I really don't. I don't fuck with people with mental illness. Sorry, not going there. Especially ones that are obsessed. Justin is who we were talking about. Laura, you have known me a long time, and you know I never have anything to say about anything. I keep to myself, but I have to say this. It will take me a minute to type it, though. Okay. All right, Carol, I'm waiting. I won't shut down until you finish typing. But you only get 200 characters. You'll play, you mean Starlight? I don't think so. Who knows? She's got so many fucking names. I thought I was on Seroquel for sleep. My shrink lied to me, I think. Seroquel's an antipsychotic. It's for a bipolar disorder and a couple of others. That is not my WordPress. I have no affiliation with the creators of WordPress. You won't shut down until we are done making out. You hear me? I got you, Robbie. Robbie, you support Brian's behavior. I see you in his lives. Where did you hear they have been diagnosed? She said it on a live, someone told me. She said it on Atria's live. Seroquel's a pretty fucking strong drug. Wow.
What should I set my bike's tire pressure to?
High. It's be a 1 on your bike. Should be 100, I think.
100?
80 to 100.
80 to 100.
Yeah, I know mine's 80 to 100, and yours is truck too. They do use for sleep. That's a pretty strong drug for sleep, especially someone that never sleeps. He does what my dad did to my mom. All right, he does what my dad did to my mom. Makes her sit at the PC. She hates it. You can tell. Oh, you could definitely tell. My son takes it, but she doesn't sleep. They use low, but she doesn't sleep, so it's for OCD and to sleep, and also anxiety, low dose. Either way, I still think she's mentally fucked up, so I ain't touching it. She definitely has some screws loose, I'll put it like that. And ask a question that says, isn't that right, to her constantly. Oh, yeah. I'm on Seroquel to sleep. It's for schizophrenia and psychosis. And used for borderline personality disorder. I don't support bad behavior. Even when I snap, I had bad behavior. But I believe in just directly talking to people we have issues with. No, I understood, Carol. Your mom was an abused wife. I feel bad for people like that. I really do. My dog just made the room unbreathable. Sage! How long does it take, girl, to take a damn shower? What's up, Winsty? Alright, so I'm going to shut down. I got to take her to a friend's house. My dog does that quite often, and he's little as hell. I don't know, she said she was on Seroquel, but she doesn't sleep. So it can't be for sleep, because the girl never sleeps. Hey, main girl, don't be flirting with my man. Girls take long shots. I know, it's ridiculous. Rib Place gonna close. I'm gonna kill her. Then I drove there for nothing. I have no bipolar, etc., and been on it for years along with Serotrine. Alright, but maybe you sleep. She doesn't even sleep. Send you a picture what soap looks like. Will do. Alright, guys. I probably won't be on tonight. I want to watch some illegal movies. I may play some video games. I haven't been on You Now in a while. I may go back on there. Kids are good, Carol. And I'm sorry about your mom. But who knows? Something could happen. I could pop back up later. But I probably won't. I'm probably going to watch it. And if you guys want to watch illegal movies, it's not really illegal. Go to Leon Flix is what it's called. It's called Leon Flix. I'm sorry, Carol. And they have it. They have all top movies, shows, everything. It's kind of like Cody, but it's a little cleaner. If you want to watch it from your phone, it's $2 a month to not get the ads. It's called Leon Flix. I don't think anyone with a YouTube account sleeps. I sleep. Except when the dogs go to damn war in the morning. Go movie shub. Gives free movie. No, I'm telling you, Leon Flix is clean. Totally clean. It's not on YouTube. It's a website. They already have it out. Put Locker is gone around here. I used to use Put Lockers and it disappeared. Couldn't find it anymore. I don't like Showbox. Showbox doesn't have up to date. Leon Flix has everything up to date. I know, right, Carol? Like I said, they already have it. They have shows like TV shows you can watch like an hour later. It's awesome. They have everything. I don't know. Put Lockers did not work for me last time I looked. But it's like Put Lockers. But everything is all nice and organized. So, all right, guys. I will see you later. If not, I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll probably do, if I'm not on later, I'll probably do a morning live. Just because you guys seem to like morning lives. So, I will see you later. Peace out.